Welcome to Tales of Terror.
On Halloween night, a group of friends went out for a walk. While walking down the street, they spotted an amusement park that had been closed for quite some time. This sparked their interest, and they began to consider the idea of going inside for an adventure. As soon as they entered, they felt like many people must visit this place, but at that moment, there was no one around, creating a spooky atmosphere. A little further ahead, they noticed that there were Halloween-themed horror decorations set up, adding to the eerie ambience. Strange, eerie sounds could be heard in the area, making it seem as if peculiar eyes were watching them. As they explored the area, suddenly a large horse-themed swing began to sway on its own, and eerie sounds emanated from it. All these things scared them a lot. At first, they tried to convince themselves that it was all just Halloween-themed and nothing more. Then they thought, why not try the adventure of the Ferris wheel? But as they approached it, its lights turned on by themselves, and it started moving in a creepy manner. At that very moment, they heard the chilling scream of a child, as if the voice was urging them to leave that place. The sound was spine-chilling. One of the friends, a girl, suddenly realized that there might be real ghosts or supernatural entities there, and she got really scared. So, they quickly decided to leave because the eerie voice of the child and all the creepy occurrences had frightened them all. Once, on a spooky Halloween night in a little town near a dark forest, there was a mysterious old house. People said it was full of strange happenings, especially creepy footsteps. In this town lived a couple, curious teenagers who loved exploring spooky places, and there they wanted to go. Armed with flashlights, they approached the house. The moon made everything look eerie as they stepped on the squeaky porch. In that house, Halloween decorations were done in a creepy way that was scaring them. Suddenly, they came across a strange video on the TV, showing advice on leaving that place in a very scary way. It frightened them a lot, but they chose to ignore it and continued to explore further. They were curious about how to find out more about the creepy footsteps. Then, all of a sudden, they spotted a strange ghost-like thing chasing them, making heavy footsteps, and it suddenly disappeared. Seeing this, they got scared and without thinking, rushed out of that house as if they had gone mad. The legend of the creepy footsteps in the old house became a spooky story told by the townspeople every Halloween. A reminder that some mysteries are better left alone on the spookiest night of the year. On a brilliantly illuminated Halloween night, the town's edge harbored an ancient graveyard, its weathered tombstones standing like silent sentinels in the dim glow of the moon. This graveyard, renowned for its haunted history, held a peculiar reputation. The graves themselves would open, revealing their ancient secrets. A brave young man, Ethan, drawn by a mix of curiosity and a touch of fear, made the decision to venture into this eerie graveyard and unravel its mysteries. Ethan's footsteps echoed through the graveyard as he navigated the shadows and uneven tombstones. The graveyard, once quiet, became a realm where the boundary between the living and the departed blurred into an intense dance of shadows and whispers. After a short walk, Ethan found himself standing amidst the empty graves. Known to open in the darkness of the night, adding to the graveyard's infamous reputation. In the midst of the graveyard, Ethan noticed fresh flowers placed on empty graves. Despite the emptiness, it felt as if unseen spirits were offering a silent tribute. The atmosphere carried a spectral presence, as though ethereal beings were whispering secrets among the tombstones, adding an eerie layer to the haunting night. Suddenly, a strange sound emerged from one of the graves, frightening Ethan. The mysterious noise added to his fear, making the night in the graveyard even more eerie. As Ethan approached those graves, the sounds grew louder, sending shivers down his spine. The empty graves seemed to come alive with eerie echoes. The moonlight accentuated the eeriness, casting an unsettling glow on the fresh flowers and intensifying the haunting atmosphere. Upon peering into the graves, Ethan was met with the chilling sight of skeletons. It became evident that these weren't empty graves, but ones that had been intentionally opened. The unsettling sounds continued to echo in Ethan's ears, growing more faint as he made the decision to leave the graveyard. The fine whispers seemed to linger, leaving him with a lingering sense of unease as he hurried away from the mysterious and haunting scene.
Halloween's magic lies in the shadows, where reality meets the supernatural, creating an atmosphere where the boundaries between the living and the otherworldly blur into a single, haunting celebration.